Hello. The Republic of Kenya has a very liberal economy, that is an economy where both the public and private sector thrive well. The government has allowed her nationals and foreigners to invest in childcare, so there is somehow a lot of competition in this area. As it is today, there are variable prices pegging on the following factors. 1. Location. There are places in Kenya, particularly in Nairobi, where childcare is very expensive and other places where it's relatively cheaper. Estates such as Lavington, Karen, Kilimani, Upperhill, Parklands and Mutaiga are very expensive. Child care per day would go for as high as $30 K 3,000. A relatively cheaper location would be the Kenya's Eastlands and the Nairobi outskirts. 2. Health of the child. Ailing children or those with disabilities will always require specialized treatment or special attention. This may make you pay more as compared to normal children. 3. Age of your child. Young children can be so nagging as opposed to the pretty older ones. As such, you may be required to pay more or less depending on the age of your child. Less for older ones, it depends with individual agreement. If you are providing everything for your child, then you are charged between $3 and $5 per day. That's for one child. If you don't provide anything to your child, then you will be charged between $10 to $15 a day. I mostly see most of people provide child services monthly. You hire them and they stays at your place. Some of them may come on a daily basis. This may be affordable compared to daily hire. One is paid around $100 to $300 monthly. This type of child care is considered safer than all others. In Kenya, we only have orphanages where homeless can be taken care of. We don't have specific places where people can find child care services. In rural Kenya, very few of the Wananchi, ordinary people, can afford to pay for childcare, and the idea is well outside the customary norms. Most families live in close proximity to other members of their multi-generational extended family. Consequently, grandparents, aunts, older cousins and so on take on the responsibility of tending to very young children while their mothers are busy. By the age of about 4, children are considered responsible enough not to require care, indeed often are given the job of looking after their younger siblings. The other replies to your question which I have read so far are viewing things either from a big city perspective or from the viewpoint of the comparatively elite middle class. This question is very broad, because it will all depend on the social class of someone, and in which kind of settings. This may also depend on the negotiated agreement between the caregivers and the parents. Just as there are different classes of child day care centers, from those charging say $50 a month to those charging over $100 a month. There are schools charging $2,500 per term, 3 months, and there are also schools charging $150 per year. It all depends on how much you are willing to fork out. The higher, the better the facilities. This will be determined on a case-by-case basis. The courts will assess how much each parent earns, the other responsibilities they have and the needs of the child. The costs will include shelter, rent, school fees, medical cover, food and clothing. The parent or person staying with the child has to submit these costs to court for assessment and award. The other parent can contest any cost provided with valid grounds.